Salve, una domanda per Mr. Gilliam. Abbiamo scoperto da pochissimo che Heath Ledger si cimentava anche come regista. Volevo sapere se a questo film ha in qualche modo dato un suo contributo, se sì quale, e se ci sono state dei significativi cambiamenti nel film dopo la morte di Heath Ledger, se sì quali. Grazie.
I think I answered the second part of that question because we didn't change the script. As simple as that. There are little details, but they're not important. We just established the fact that somebody's face could change, and then we were basically free. The first part I've already forgotten. This is terrible. Give me a clue. Oh, thank you very much. Let me see. Yeah, Heath directed the film. Yes. Heath was so, determined to become a director. And so when we were working, and this began on Brothers Grimm, he would come around, why are you putting the camera there? Why are you doing this? And he would constantly look through and was trying to learn to be a director. I think he would have been a great one. He was also changing dialogue. He was doing all sorts of things. And in a way, I felt I was just holding on for dear life to keep up with the energy that was coming off of Heath. And in a strange way, at one point I was thinking of saying the film was co-directed by Terry Gilliam and Heath Ledger, because when he died, he created a situation that we had to cut certain scenes out. We couldn't do this, we had to do that, we had to come up with other solutions, and it was like he was forcing me to make a better film than I had started to make. So, yeah, he would have been a great director. He was doing music videos at the time. In fact, that's when he first asked to be in the film. He was working at my special effects company with a good friend, Daniele Ober, and they were making a music video for a group called Modest Mouse. And I was showing my storyboards, and Heath was sitting there with Daniele, and he slipped me a little note saying, "Can I play Tony?" So, yeah, he was doing a lot of things. There was so much energy in that guy. We're never going to see it, unfortunately.
Regista, so che molti si sono proposti per interpretare il ruolo che era di Ledger dopo la sua morte. Voglio sapere se era vero che lei, ad esempio, aveva detto no a Tom Cruise, se c'è qualcosa ci può dire.
His agents approached us, and I thought that was a really sweet thing that people like Tom were offering their services, but Tom wasn't a close friend of Heath's, and I only wanted to work with people who really knew Heath very well, so I said unfortunately thank you, but no thank you.
Vorrei fare una domanda, poi do la parola a voi, ai produttori. Che tipo di problemi avete dovuto affrontare, o meglio, come li avete affrontati dopo questa tragedia che è successa durante la lavorazione? Samuel e Eli, si vuole dire qualcosa?
If you want, we have since the beginning put the movie together by selling and pre-selling the movie to all the distributors in the world. Everybody that has already distributed movie from Terry, and then they have looked to the vision of Terry, how they have read the script, and everybody, when the tragedy happened, has some concern how Terry will complete the movie. And obviously the part of the financing in the bank was how to get these people on board and stay on board and agree during the time of the tragedy happened and the moment that Terry came with the idea that we have to, there is a way to make the script even better, because for 3 weeks he sit down with his writer and say, this works, this doesn't work, this is works, and also to find a way to have other actor coming to play the part. The idea was, it's going to be just 1, 2, or 3, and the only choice was they going 3 times in the mirror. It has to be 3 actors, and the big challenge for Terry, and this is what make him fantastic is he has worked with all the biggest talent and actors, and everybody wants to work for hits and to complete the movie and for the love of Terry too. So I think it was holding the fort together while we're trying to find the solution to make this movie continue. And you know, with the insurance and the bank and the distributor, like you know, MovieMax here, thank you MovieMax, that has hold to us and say, okay, who you going to replace? Because Heath Ledger will position the actor that was going to play Tony as it is at a high level. You know, he was the Dark Knight, Batman. You know, you just get you know the angry movies. So everybody was banking on these new fantastic actors that all want to see. And when Terry came and say Johnny Depp has agreed, Jude Law has agreed, and Colin Farrell agreed, everybody say we can continue the movie. Obviously, we have found a way to continue, and all the distributors have been happy to hold the fort and give us the time to Terry to think about the movie and carry on. And we are all.
I think what was important was I got the phone call with the tragic news, and the first thing that went through my head was, I'm not going to let this film finish. We all know Terry Gilliam's Don Quixote lost to dementia. And for me, it wasn't just about a fantastic actor, a very dear friend, it was about a director and my father, whose movie was not going to collapse. And I went and found him, and I sat him down and I told him the news, and you know, a loss for anyone is horrendous. And I think with the help of myself, and then Nicola Pecorini, his DP, and all of us saying we're going to complete this movie, beating up our director to find a solution. And with the help of everyone from, the crew was a big family, and I think everyone was on board pushing for Terry to find a solution, which he did. And we're lucky that he did. But it was...
It's called child abuse, is what went on, where the child abuses the parent, kicks the parent when the parent is down, and makes the parent get off his ass and start thinking about the future.
It was my comeback from when I was a child. This is a moment of revenge. But yeah, no, it was very much the determination we were going to finish this film, and of course it wasn't easy. We only had 3 weeks in which to find a solution. Terry went back to London to look at editing and writing. I went to Los Angeles and beat down the doors of our actors and made sure we had them on board. Samuel got all the distributors and the banks in place, and it was a huge, huge team effort. We had 3 weeks due to the fact that Christopher Plummer and other actors had an outdate, so that was our only way of completing, and it was running straight away. We started shooting, everyone came back to Vancouver, a very strange situation for everyone, but there was no time to think, there was no time to look at rushes and make sure that that day's work was okay. We would walk off a set, rip it down, be building, on the next set shooting, and it was just, you know, insane.
When we say to the people, the banker, the insurance, you know, okay, we have a way. We have now Johnny Depp, Jude Law, Colin Farrell, all agree for the love of it that we will carry on and we'll make this movie happen. So all the distributors are here. So the insurance says, yes, but for how much? Because this is 3 major A-list actors. And then also we have been fortunate that these 3 actors has dedicated all the salary to the estate of Heath Ledger, exactly how it was supposed to be. So it's really for the love of it that this movie there, and for all of us, and for Terry, because this is an amazing movie too.